Hey friends, it's Leanne here again with our fourth video on spiritual practices. Today we're going to look at how we can connect to both our core and our creator through the practice of Visio Divina, which is kind of like an art contemplation. Visio Divina is seeking the Lord or drawing near to the creator through the beauty of created things. So really to encounter the creator just through the beauty of art, actually, because he is creator. You know, in the Bible, the book of Romans tells us that since the creation of the world, God's invisible qualities, his eternal power, his divine nature, have been clearly seen, being understood from what has been made. So you might want to grab a pen or a piece of paper again today if you want to take some notes down, as I'll be asking you a few questions or to think about a few things. So if you need to pause the video to do that, feel free to do that. So we're going to explore how the Creator speaks to us, not only through his word, but through the beauty of created things. So let's lean into that today. But before we get started, we're just going to light our candle again, just as a physical reminder that we are already fully immersed in the love of God. There's nothing that we need to do to earn it or to keep it. It is freely given to us. It also reminds us that he is nearer than the air we breathe, and everything that we do today will be under that warm glow of love, grace, and mercy. So let's start off again by taking a few deep breaths, just as a way of settling our bodies down, both physically and spiritually, so that we can be fully present in this moment. So if you want to inhale with me for 4, and exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And as you continue breathing, here are some things that happen to your body physically when you take deep breaths. More oxygen fills your blood. Our blood pressure drops and heart rate slows down. Stress and anxiety are reduced. Both posture and blood quality and even lung function improves. It strengthens our immune system. And it really helps to calm our nervous system, which is where that fight, flight, and freeze response lives. It lets our nervous system know that we're safe, that we're okay. Spiritually, it makes us aware of how God is nearer than the air we breathe. It quiets our mind so that our soul can connect with the heart of God. So as you continue breathing, let's intentionally set our hearts in a space that's ready to receive all that the Lord has for us today. So I want to read to you from Mark chapter 4, verse 35 to 41. And it's probably a story you're familiar with. Later that day, after it grew dark, Jesus said to his disciples, "Let's cross over to the other side of the lake." After they had sent the crowd away, they shoved off from shore with him, as he had been teaching from the boat, and there were other boats that sailed with them. Suddenly, as they were crossing the lake, a ferocious storm arose, with violent winds and waves that were crashing into the boat until it was almost swamped. But Jesus was calmly sleeping in the stern, resting on a cushion. So they shook him awake, saying, "Teacher, don't you even care that we're all about to die?" Fully awake, he rebuked the storm and shouted to the sea, "Hush, calm." All at once, the wind stopped howling, and the water became perfectly calm. Then he turned to his disciples and said to them, "Why are you so afraid? Haven't you learned to trust me yet?" But they were overwhelmed with fear and awe and said to one another, "Who is this man who has such authority that even the wind and the waves obey him?" I would like you to take a look at the piece of artwork that I have for you. It's Rembrandt's Jesus Calming the Storm. And as you look at it, I have some questions that I'd love for you to ponder and to think about. The first question is this: as you look at this painting, what catches your attention? What do you notice? What are you drawn to? What kinds of emotions does it evoke within you? And just take a few minutes to think about that. The next question: ask the Lord, where am I in the boat? Where am I in the boat? Question number 3, ask the Lord, how can I get to Jesus? What do you feel? What do you sense? What do you hear? Ask the Lord, how can I get to Jesus? Question number 4, what stands between you and Jesus? What are the obstacles? What's in the way? What stands between you and Jesus? next question. What is the chaos in my life that I'm asking Jesus to calm? What is the chaos in my life that I'm asking Jesus to calm? And your final question, just go quietly before the Creator and ask Him if there's anything else that He has for you. Is there anything else He has to say? Well, that's the end of our practice for today. You know, if you'd like to linger a little bit longer, you could just look back over your notes and just turn that back into a prayer of thanksgiving for what the Lord has spoken to you. Or you could ask Him for a word or an image or even a song that you can hold on to today as you go throughout your day. You know, I'd love to connect with you. So if you have any questions about the practice that we did today, or I would love to hear how it went for you. You can find me on Facebook at Cabral.Leanne. That's my author page. You can find me on my personal page, which is Leanne Hamer Cabral, or you can find me on Instagram at leanne.cabral. Listen, have a great day today. Blessings upon you and your family.